So for a long time, I wanted to make this video based on the different characters Batman animated figures by Kenner or Hasbro, which is the same company, not DC Direct, which are a little larger, and not the recent McFarlane. So Batman the Animated Series, The Adventures of Batman and Robin, The New Batman Adventures, Batman Beyond, and The Batman. And the line began in 1993, and here we have Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson. I thought they were appropriate to kick it all off with. And here we have the prestigious Combat Belt Batman, which is the main, most basic Batman. And it can go for hundreds of dollars now on eBay. $300-400. And here we have Robin, which the body was recycled from Batman Returns, Robin. And then they were under the restraints of Batman Returns. So they gave the Penguin the flippers and long hair. But I love that figure. I remember seeing him in Woolworth. And here we have Two-Face. Love that figure. And the Riddler. These will always be my favorite. I don't care how accurate DC Direct or McFarlane or how thorough those were. They were a little larger, so I don't consider those to run with these. And the Joker and Catwoman are must-haves. I remember when I picked up Catwoman back then, I remember getting Scarecrow. These are memories. They're more than action figures because you remember where you were, who you were with, or who picked these up for you or gifted them to you. Man-Bat, Clayface. He's quite heavy. And Killer Croc. I remember picking him up at Eldorado Comics in South Jersey. Mr. Freeze. That's a really good Mr. Freeze. And Bane on the animated series card. They also re-released him on the Adventures of Batman and Robin card that looked like this. The first, Ra's al Ghul. Now we're on to the New Batman Adventures line, and Mad Hatter looks the way he did in Batman the Animated Series, not the New Batman Adventures. You see the difference. And there's the Creeper, who had a crush on Harley Quinn. I remember picking these up at Warner Brothers Studio store. I remember picking Harley Quinn up at Kmart, and she was tough to get in the beginning because that was Harley Quinn's very first action figure. And there's your first animated Batgirl, which wasn't made properly, but they correct that in a 4-pack later on. There you have Phantasm. I remember picking her up in Toys R Us. And I just wanted to show you, I think this was the best Batman from that line, retro. And we have Tim Drake Robin. And of course, Nightwing from this Crime Solver line. And here we have Alfred Pennyworth for the very first time by Hasbro in 1998. And we have Commissioner Gordon for the very first time, but he's made after the New Batman Adventures redesign for the Gotham City Enforcement Team 4-pack, which came out in 2000. And then in 2002, they released Puppets of Crime 4-pack with Ventriloquist and Scarface. In 2001, Hasbro released this multi-pack Shadows of Gotham City with the very first Talia action figure, which was a Toys R Us exclusive. And in the same pack, they gave us a more screen-accurate Ra's al Ghul with his cape. And here is the corrected Batgirl from Gotham City Enforcement Team multi-pack. And this was the first, most basic Batman Beyond figure, Future Knight, but he was in this dark translucent blue. But this is the one that you really want, that is screen accurate, Power Cape Batman. And this would be the closest thing we got back then to a Terry McGinnis figure, Power Armor Batman. And the closest thing we would have gotten to an Ace the Bat Hound figure. And of course Blight, it was really the main villain in Batman Beyond. And the Jokers, who was voiced by Bruce Timm. And these were the Jokers that we got outside of that one. Jay's Gang Power Throw. And I wanted to show you this ultra rare prototype, unproduced and canceled Stalker figure for the Batman Beyond line. This is a mock-up. It's on eBay in case you have $10,000 to spend. Now Mattel has taken over the license. This is Firefly from The Batman, 2004. They also made Tembler for the line in 2006. And now we have Killer Moth for the first time in 2007. We've had some really wild redesigns of the main villains. And here we have Metalhead, which we didn't see in any other line either. And this is the prototype to that figure I thought I'd show you, because DC Direct released these. Officer Renee Montoya, Detective Harvey Bullock, Baby Doll, the Demon, Etrigan, Clarion, the Witch Boy, Old Man Bruce Wayne, and a better Ace the Bat Hound. I wish those companies picked up where Kenner left off and put them on blister cards and made them to matching scale.